it's Char again. This video is going to be about charmed transformations. I'm sure you know Charm, hopefully. If not, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video unless you want to watch it. But there will be spoilers, so I should let you know earlier in the video this time. A while ago, not long after I first started this YouTube channel, I did research on it, but I was a little upset with the research I did because when I was looking up all the transformations, because some of them I had memorized, but some of them I didn't really remember because some of them were on episodes I don't really like. So when I'm naming all of them off, if it is an episode, I would name the episode too, and if it is an episode I don't like, I'm probably not going to go very much into it. I'll just pretty much name it and say a couple things I do remember about the episode, because if I don't like the episode, then I've only watched it once or twice when I first watched the series, and I've watched like millions since then. So if I don't really like the episode, most likely I won't really remember it, and if I do, it's only a couple things I remember. So I'll just name it, move on. Okay? But if I do like the episode, I'm probably gonna abbreviate it a little more, explain like exactly what happened, how it happened, why it happened, and how they got turned back or whatever, you know. But when I was researching it, there were some. I mean, it's like they put every little detail, every little magical thing that ever happened to any of the sisters as transformation. Which a transformation is when they like got turned into a demon or a dog, because that happened once, or something like that. You know, when they got turned into something. But there were some things that were listed that was just like a spell gone wrong or something, a demon placing them in somewhere. That's not a transformation. They didn't get turned into anything. It was just a spell on them. So I have those listed too, and when I name them and I don't feel like they're actually a transformation, I will let you know, because I'm not exactly sure why they put all of that, because not all of them are even transformations, so I don't know. So I'll just let you know whether it technically is a transformation or technically not. You know, if it was just a spell gone wrong or something like that, you know. So I guess we'll get started. One more thing before we start. Just started a job, so right now my days off are, well, my next week's day off is Tuesday and Friday, which are the days I'm going to be uploading, but that may change. So if they do, I'm still probably going to do Tuesday and Friday. I may change them to my day offs, and if not, if I still have them Tuesday, Friday, the times will be different, because I'll probably be working during around 3 when I do these. So they may not always be at the same time anymore, because my schedule's kind of rocky. It's not always the same time. So I'll just do it whenever I have time, basically. But I'll still do it twice a week. So I'll let you know how things change. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm not doing like older sister to younger sister. I'm doing my favorite sister to my least favorite sister. Prue and Paige are kind of tied as last. So I'll just do one and then the other. I have but Piper's my favorite, so I'm going to start with her. Yay, Piper. Okay, so okay. So I think she was the first one that got transformed into anything, especially something demonic. A Wendigo on the episode The Wendigo. Yeah, it's called The Wendigo. Wendigo. Okay, so how Piper explained it to mortals was a cross between a werewolf and I forgot who she said, but it was a person. I don't know. I forgot. I just watched that episode not long ago, but it's someone I never heard of, so I don't really remember who it was. But they're not exactly like werewolves, but they're big claws, and the first werewolf Wendigo that was turned was a witch who, no, she wasn't a witch, she was a mortal. She was a mortal who got betrayed by her lover, so she carved out his heart and ate it. And that's what she does with other people who are in love or someone with really big hearts, because that's how they explain why Piper got attacked. She does have a really big heart. She's actually the heart of the family. But besides that, and I think all the victims are AB positive. No, yes, that's the blood type, right? I believe so. Yeah, AB positive. So, okay, so the other one is, okay, this one is not a transformation. It says a white lighter, because love hurts. When Leo was dying and he couldn't heal himself, because from the dark lighter arrow, because that's the only way to kill white lighters. She used a spell to switch their powers, and it ended up switching everyone's powers. Prue and Phoebe's powers got switched, and her and Leo's powers got switched, which is what she really wanted to do, so she could heal him. And eventually she was able to, obviously, because if you've seen the show, you know they get married and ended up together. But that's not a transformation. No, they just switched powers. It's not like she actually became a white lighter. It's different than when she became Death, which I will explain later on. This was different because all she did was switch their powers. You know, it's not like she transformed into a white lighter. No, it didn't work like that. So no, I don't. It would be different if she died and became a white lighter, which she has died several times, but she never became a white lighter. So yeah, would that even be a transformation? Because it would become who she is, not really a transformation. It would be who she is. I don't know. Doesn't matter anyways, because it's not like she ever transformed into a white lighter. Because this is wrong. A lot of the information is wrong. Well, the information is wrong because all the things they mention is true, but it wasn't a transformation. Sometimes it was just a spell or something. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Okay. Her future self and mortality device. That's not a transformation either. No. When they did a spell because Phoebe got permission that she was burned at stake, and then so they did. So they did a spell to go see their future selves, figure out what happened, and they became their future selves, but still wasn't a transformation. At least I don't think it is. I mean, maybe that counts a little bit more than some of the other things I found, but it still wasn't really a transformation. You know, it's different, you know? It was just a spell. It's not like she transformed into it. Like with the Wendigo, I forgot to mention this, but she turned into a Wendigo because he scratched her. But yeah, see, so that's a transformation right there. But not just turning into a future self over a spell to go into the future. That's all that was, you know? Yeah. So yeah, shrunken while trapped in a painting, the painting world. I don't like that episode, so I don't really remember what happened. All I remember is that she was trapped. And maybe her sisters were too. I mean, that was season 2, I think. Yeah, season 2. So, it was when Prue was there, not Paige. I don't remember if all of them was on there, or just her and one of these sisters. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember the episodes I don't watch. Because if I don't watch it, then I've only seen it once or twice. How could I remember, right? Okay. So, that was, I don't even think that was a spell. Or if it was, it would have been, I think it was a demon that put her in there. Like I said, I don't really remember. All I know is that it's not a transformation. It's not like she transformed into a statue. she just transformed into a little painting. She just went inside a painting. She went all tiny and into a painting. That's not a transformation. I don't know what that is, but it's not a transformation. Okay. A character in the movie Chick Flick. That was a potion. I would love that episode, so obviously I remember it. That was a potion. She went inside the movie. That's not a transformation either. It's not like it would have been different if she became a character in the movie, you know? But she just went in there for like, what, 5 minutes to vanquish the demon with Phoebe. They were the only ones that went in there. So that's not a transformation either. I mean, if she became a character in the movie, then I probably would have allowed that to be accepted because she would have transformed into a character in the movie. Believe she was a character in the movie, you know? Here, this isn't the same. She just went in there for probably not even 5 minutes, and she was able to get out. And then it was a potion that brought her in there anyways, you know? So, yeah, it's not transformation. I'm ruling that one out. Okay, a warlock, Bride and Gloom. I don't know if I would count this as a transformation. I mean, it was a spell from the, I think she was an enchantress or sorceress? Evil sorceress, something like that. She turned them all evil, and they all became a warlock. You know, still had magic, but evil magic, different magic than they originally had. Powers, you know, different powers. I guess I would allow that because they did technically turn into a warlock, all three of them. So, yeah, I guess I'll allow that. Okay, that's good. Not the best, but pretty good. So a Fury. So now we're on the places where Paige is on. Okay, so Fury. Okay. In Hell Hath No Fury. That one is definitely a transformation. After Priestess, she took it really hard, and she just wasn't herself. She was going crazy about demon hunting, you know, anything to forget about her loss, because if she thought about it, it hurt more, so she just didn't want to think about it. And she went after Furies, who go after criminals. They breathe smoke into their mouths and then they die, the criminals. So I'm not saying what the Furies are doing right, but they're definitely not the worst demon, because all they're doing is going after bad people. That's why they went after Cole. Even though he was good, now he's still done lot. They make you hear every victim that you've ever killed or hurt in the past. And I like what Phoebe said to Cole, you've been alive for 100 years, you've had 100 victims. I'm not saying it from word to word that she said. I'm actually probably going to watch that episode soon, because I just finished watching season 3, and that's at the beginning of season 4, so, but, anyways, when these Furies did smoke into Piper's mouth, that didn't kill her because she was a witch, and also because she's not a bad person. I think that has a little bit to do with it. Well, I actually don't know if it does. It never really mentioned, but all I said was that because she's a witch, she turned into a Fury, grew claws to scratch people with, and she looked kind of different too because she transformed herself. That's what transformation is. But no, they have to add all this other crap. Okay, so checking the box for yes. Next is swaps bodies with the Zen Master. Enter the Demon. That episode isn't terrible, but it's not really good, so I don't really remember that one either. I don't remember her swapping bodies with the Zen Master, but that I do remember that's the episode where Paige and Phoebe switch bodies. But switching bodies is not a transformation. It's not. Sorry, whoever did this, but it's not a transformation. Man, these people are idiots. Okay, shrunk to 5 inches tall. Size matters. That's the episode title. That is not a transformation. All she did was shrink tiny. I think they all did. That episode, yeah. Yes. Okay, I don't remember that episode either because I don't like it. So, that's all I'm going to say about that episode. All I know is that it's not a transformation, that's for sure. Okay, so, Little Red Riding Hood. Happily Ever After. I think that counts. I mean, they all kind of transformed into a fairy tale character in that episode. She was Little Red Riding Hood, had the cape and everything. And even got eaten by Grams, because Grams got turned into a wolf, or she got eaten by a wolf and then the wolf transformed into her. I don't know. I like that episode though. Okay, so a White Lighter Siren Song. I see that episode's okay. It's not bad. Nah. I'm trying to remember. I think it's been a while since I watched it. but I could definitely watch them more than some. But that's not a transformation either. I mean, I don't remember why I said she's a Wildlighter. Unless, is that, no, it's not. Is it? I thought it was a different episode, but it might have been the time when Piper and Leo switched powers. That might have been the episode. But if it was, that swallowing powers is not a transformation, so no, it's not a transformation. She was never transformed into a Wildlighter, just saying. Okay, okay, so Superhero, which sometimes don't like that episode, and that one is a transformation because all three of them were transformed into a superhero at that point. Wow, it's just got really bright out. Okay then, that hurt my eyes. Okay, let me think. Where was I? Okay, a superhero. I think it had something to do with some kid drawing in a comic book, drawing his comic book. I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember that episode. I just vaguely remember tiny details, like the fact that they turned into a superhero. That's really all I remember. Let's see. Okay, Goddess of Earth. Oh my Goddess parts 1 and 2. Yes, that is a transformation. She transformed into a goddess. They all did. Okay, so Valkyrie, Bahali of the dog. Oh, how did they okay, I should elaborate that one a little more. They got turned into a goddess because the Titans were released and killed most of the, not most, but a lot of the others. And the only way to stop them was turning them into gods. But in the end, Piper was the only one that really defeated them. You know, she was hurting over Leo, leaving her to become an elder, and she just made the earth eat them. So Piper was definitely the most powerful god. I like Piper as a god. I don't really like PBR Paige as a god. Anyways, Valkyrie, Bahala, something like that, of the dolls, parts 1 and 2. Yes, they all, see, technically they all dressed up as Valkyrie, but I don't know if Phoebe and okay, I'll explain that later. I'm just gonna worry about Piper right now. But technically, Piper did turn into that because she was hurting, so he was trying to help take away pain, which made her really cheery because Chris had kidnapped him and put him with the Valkyries, and so he couldn't take away her pain. It just made her really cheery, which is not like Piper. I mean, yes, just and then Paige just felt and that backfired and made her forget who she was. So Chris gave her the amulet and trained her mind to make her think she was actually a Valkyrie. So when Phoebe and Paige were talking and they were pretending to be Valkyries, she looked at like, what are you talking about? Because she was genuinely confused because she thought she really was a Valkyrie. You know, she didn't know that she was a witch like Phoebe and Paige. So it was different. Okay, what's next? Overly good and having personality. That wasn't even a spell. No, that's not a transformation. It's a bad. Okay, that's a lot of bads. Okay, it's a bad world part 2. Because, I mean, she was in labor, about to give birth to Chris, and then Phoebe and Paige went to the other alternate reality where the good people are bad and the bad people are good. So they found themselves, but bad. Their evil selves. And evil overcome good in that reality. You know? And then when they did something really good on that side, for vanquishing Gideon, which they didn't actually do, but they thought they did, and they saved Wyatt, or their Wyatt, different Wyatt. Okay. It gets confusing. Everything had changed, you know, slightest thing. I mean, you get your tongue cut off for cussing, and everyone is always happy or smiling, and if you frown, people think something's wrong and they'll arrest you. That's how bad it was. And it was the same thing for the other reality, except for the opposite. If anyone said it, they were always looking angry, and if they looked happy, then they thought something was wrong. But you get what I mean. So yeah. So that's not a transformation. It was just because the way to how they ended up reversing it was when Leo killed Gideon on their world. Because a great act of great good, act of great evil reversed it. So, and then everything went back to normal just in time for Harper to give birth to Chris. But so it's not really a transformation. It was just, what was it? How can I explain that? I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was that happened. Well, I do, but I don't. But anyways, moving on. Shakti, Hindu goddess, a call to arms. I don't really remember that episode. I remember that she had like 6 arms, kind of like a spider, but she wasn't a spider. It's not like she turned into a spider demon. Even the spider demon didn't have 6 arms. The spider demon, that's a good episode. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the Hindu goddess, Leo and her both transformed into something. Yeah, I think that was a transformation. No, she transformed into that person. She thought she was that person. That's what a transformation is. So yeah, okay. Next is Angel of Death, 6 feet under. Okay, so yeah, the Angel of Death wanted to teach Piper a lesson, so he killed her. Technically, I think she was technically dead. I don't know. She died so many times. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah. He transformed her into the Angel of Death, and she had to find the people who it's their time to die, explain it to them, and then take them to whichever place they're supposed to go to after that. And she had a list and everything. She was technically a spirit, because I think the Angel of Death is technically a spirit. Can disappear and reappear at will, walk the walls, I think, you know. So yeah, I say she transformed into it. Okay, what's next? Werewolf creature, once in a blue moon. Yeah, she transformed into that. On a blue moon, these charmed ones transformed into a werewolf. I like that episode, but I haven't seen it in a while. So, it's a lot of the memories kind of went away. Kind of just disappeared. Right now, I'm kind of rewatching the show, but I'm kind of just watching the episodes that like my favorite episodes of the season. But one of these days, I'm gonna have to just rewatch the entire show, except for episodes I don't like, obviously. But just rewatch the entire show, all the episodes I like, even if they're not my favorite. If I still like them, I just need to rewatch all of them. I'm gonna do that one of these days. Once I catch up on some of the new shows I need to watch. Like I need to watch Arrow. I finally watched Legends of Tomorrow and Flash, and I accidentally went all backwards, and now I need to watch Arrow because that was technically started it all. But I'm getting off topic again. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Okay. Shrunk into a doll size, cried hard. Yeah, that's when her and Wyatt shrunk them, because I think they were fighting. But she shrunk them into the dollhouse of the manor to teach them a lesson. Man, Wyatt's smart. So, they did that, and, but that's not a transformation, I didn't realize they shrunk so many times. At least Piper did. I think she shrunk 3 times, and Phoebe and Paige shrunk twice. Prue never did. Okay, anyways, moving on again. Wow. Actually, no, yes she did, because one of the times was in the painting world. I'm not, did she shrink in that? I think she did. I don't remember that episode, so I don't. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, Under Our Magical Skies with the allies Jenny Bennett, now still charmed and kicking, Run Piper Run. After that doesn't count. All she did was make herself look different to the world around them so everyone could think she was dead. Only the people who could see her true identity were friends and family. So, her sisters, Leo, her sons. I think it's just about, oh, maybe Billy after they got to know her. I don't know. But, oh, and her dad. But, yeah, so, no, just not, that's not, that's not a transformation. Jamie Bennett, Desperate Housewife Witches and Bewitched, because I don't like the episode Run Piper Run, but I do remember that she chose the alias of a criminal, so she got arrested because they thought it was her, and then, she had to change appearance to someone who wasn't a criminal, so she ended up having two different appearances when the others just had one, but that's besides the point. Okay. A hope-like creature, Hocus Pocus. Yeah, that was a transformation. She transformed into this, like, beast. I like that episode too. Man, I'm just gonna have to rewatch the entire show, apparently. Because even the episodes I like, I seem to just forgot. Okay. After I catch up on my shows, I'm just going to watch, beginning to end, all the episodes that I like, at least. Okay. Moving on. Leo White, The Lost Picture Show. I don't know. Did they switch bodies? I think there's an episode. Yeah, there's an episode I don't like. So that I don't remember at all. Not even the tiniest detail. Did they switch bodies? I don't know. But if they did, it's still not a transformation. Like I said when we talked about her and switching bodies and masters not the same. No, it's not a transformation. Shrunk into doll size. Jeez. She did turn tiny a lot. Okay, that's still not a transformation. Reverend Manor. Do I like that episode? Maybe that's the one where they go in the dollhouse. And Oscar. I don't remember. All I know is that both of them they turn tiny. 1950s housewife Gone with the Witches. I don't think I like that episode. If I remember correctly, something happened to all of them. Maybe I do. I think that's the one where Billy and Chrissy put a spell on them, and they all, went a little crazy. And Paige was trying to marry some guy who was already getting married by getting rid of her. Phoebe turned this guy into a chicken and was gonna behead him, and if this is the episode I think it is, then yeah. And then Piper became obsessed with cleaning and started. And inside the house was just too messy and made it just disappear completely. I think that's the episode. I might be wrong though. Like I said, I just need to rewatch it all. Okay, moving on. Phoebe. Morality Bites Your Future Self 2009 self. Yeah. I already mentioned that doesn't count because that's not a transformation. It was just a spell. Paint the world shrunken while trapped inside a painting. Yeah, no. I already mentioned that too. Doesn't count. Pardon my past life. That's not a transformation either. She just became her past self to figure out why her future self her present self was dying over what happened 200 years ago. Tricks like a character in the film, kill it before it dies. No. I already mentioned that too, no. Because it's not like, I don't know. It's not like she was turned into a character in the movie. It's this character in the film, but she wasn't actually a character in the film. She just went in there for like 2 minutes and then went back out. A character in the film would have been like if she had actually believed she was in the film, that would have actually been very interesting. I wish they made an episode like that, but they didn't. So, moving on. Like, two of these sisters thought they were in the film, and then one of them had to try to convince them that they are part of the real world. That would have been interesting. Okay, Bride and Gloom, a warlock. I already mentioned that too. That does count. That is a transformation because she transformed into a warlock. She was a witch, and now she's a warlock. Well, an evil warlock, because warlocks are male witches, and some are good, some are bad. Some are witches, some are good, some are bad. Okay. Look who's barking. Banshee. I just watched that episode. It's a good episode. Well, I watched part of the episode. But, she turned into, they were fighting a banshee, and she turned into a banshee because the banshee, I think, was a witch, if I remember correctly. But on witches, they, when a banshee yells at a witch, they turn into a banshee, and people was hurting because of Cole. It was Cole who ended up saying that he still loved her that caused her to, transform back. And we're already 30 minutes in, and I'm only at Phoebe. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna go a little faster now because some of these are already mentioned. Enter the Demon, Paige Matthews, but that's when they switched bodies. Not a transformation. Size matters, shrunk into 5. I already mentioned this too, and it's not a transformation. Shrunk into 5 inches. That's not a transformation. People need to get their transformation straight. Okay, so, Lost and Bound. I don't really remember the episode, but 1950s Housewives. So I guess they both got turned into 1950s Housewives, just different episodes. That's not a transformation. Yes, no, it's not. Yes, that is a transformation, right? I mean, she thought she was a 1950s Housewife. I guess so. I guess that could count. A witch's tale, a mermaid. Yes, she transformed into a mermaid, and she wanted to stay mermaid because she was hurting over Cole coming back. Part of her still loved him. Part of her always loved him. He was her first love, her first true love, and no matter what happened between them, she loves him. Okay, happily ever after. Cinderella. Yes, that's transformation. She turned. Well, I considered doing a Little Red Riding Hood with Piper transformation, but technically she didn't believe she was Cinderella. So, is it even a transformation? I don't know. Maybe it was just the whole spell. Oh, it wasn't even a spell. Oh, I don't know. Moving on. Happily ever after, the pumpkin. She did technically turn into a pumpkin, so I guess I will let it count. She turned into a pumpkin after midnight instead of her carriage turned into a pumpkin. Actually, her carriage turned into a pumpkin. She was in the carriage making her be a pumpkin, right? Is that what happened? I just need to rewatch, but I'm gonna be on season 5 soon anyways, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna watch that episode yet. I just need to rewatch all of it, oh well. Witches and Tides, a superhero. I already mentioned that. Why to Mummy Tambien, a mummy. I think that counts. She did turn to mummy. I don't like that episode. I only like one scene. When Piper and Cole were both invincible. You know, Cole was invincible because of all his new powers, and Piper was invincible because of she was pregnant with Wyatt, and he gave her a force field, and so anyways, and they were fighting, and then Leo had to come in and be like, "Stop! This is achieves nothing. You're both indestructible." But I like that scene, but it's the only scene I like from that episode. Like literally, if I'm going from beginning to end, like watching the entire series, I will only watch that one scene from the episode, and I'll just skip to it, and then after it was over, I'll skip away. I do remember that I do remember a couple other things from that episode though, but none of it's important. Go, stupid phone. Okay, so, oh my goddess, a Greek goddess. Oh my goddess, parts 1 and 2, a Greek goddess of love. Yeah, that was a transformation. She turned into, the goddess of love, and, all she really cared about was men. That's not the first time that happened, like, when she got infected by sin. I'm actually really happy that's not on there. I mean, with all the other things they put as transformations, I wouldn't be surprised if they put the sin for Prue, Piper, and Phoebe, but they didn't, which is good, because that's not a transformation. It wasn't spell or a potion. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't a transformation either. But anyways, yeah, with Sin, she was lust, and then with this, got almost the same thing. Okay, but how the other dolls are Valkyrie. See, think about with Phoebe and Paige, I don't know if that counts. Because, I mean, they did, in a way, turn into a Valkyrie, but it was only temporarily to get Leo. You know, Piper's the one that actually believed she was Valkyrie, and after they were leaving, she wanted to stay. You know, until the end of the episode when she realized she needed to go with her sisters. And then she froze the knife that was about to stab Daryl, so they realized that Piper was still in there because she could use her witch power still, you know. So yeah, I'll count it as a transformation. Okay, next. I dream of Phoebe, a genie. Yes, she would. When she wished the genie to be free, the genie turned out to be a demon, and the label, which none of them could read because it's like a different language or something, they really should have called Pompeo sooner, just say. But since Phoebe's the one who released her, Phoebe's the one that had to become a genie in her place. But they were able to fix all that in the end. It's a really good episode. High school reunion, her teenage self. 1, I don't like that episode. 2, that's not a transformation. Once in a blue moon, a wolf-like creature. Brady explained that with Piper. Freaky Phoebe and Mara, they just switched bodies. No, they switched souls. Their souls went into each other's bodies. Mara, how do we pronounce that? She did that so she could be a charm one and have a hotter body. Phoebe is kind of hot. Piper's more hot, in my opinion. A lot of people think Alyssa Milano is, but I don't know. I just really like Holly Marie Combs. Okay, so still charmed and kicking, Rewitch under a magical disguise with the Elias J. Bennett. I already explained that with Piper, with her magical disguise. That is not a transformation. Hocus Pocus, a Hulk-like creature. Yeah, I already explained that too. It is a transformation. Ripple Man, you're shrunk into 5 inches tall. Okay, that answers my question about which one was Piper and Leo in a dollhouse. It was the other one because in the one where her and Leo were in the dollhouse, she was the one charm one that was shrunken in the episode. Okay, moving on. Prue, a dark lighter, love hurts. They switched powers. That doesn't count. You know, she temporarily had dark lighter powers for like what, 2 minutes to kill him and save Daisy? Yeah, no. Morality bias her future self. Already explained that. No, it doesn't count. She's a man, baby, a man with the Elias Manny Hinks. I mean, it was a spell, but I think I'm going to allow it as a transformation. See, Prue's transformations aren't nearly as good as the other ones. You know, the other ones turn into demons, you know, or something. She turns into a man and a dog. I'll get to the dog in a minute. Be careful what you wish for. A reverted teenager. No, that was just a spell gone wrong by a genie who was working with a dragon demon. Primal empath. Well, it's not really a transformation. Yeah, she became an empath technically, but she just had their powers. So I don't think that's a transformation. It's not like she turned into anything. You know, I mean, it didn't say about what happened when Phoebe became an empath. It didn't consider that as a transformation. Of course, Prue's powers, empath powers were temporary, but that's besides the point. Pride and Gloom, a warlock. I already mentioned that. Yes, it's a transformation. Loki's barking, a Siberian husky. Dogs are the only ones that can track Banshee, so they turned her into a dog by accident. The spell, they didn't know that's what was going to happen. And then to track down the Banshee, and the spell was reversed after Phoebe became herself again. Because after Phoebe became Banshee, they killed the first Banshee, but then Phoebe proved still a dog because they still had a Banshee on the loose, which was Phoebe. So after Phoebe was brought back to herself, so was Prue. Paige, into the demon Phoebe Halliwell when they switch bodies. I already mentioned that. Not a transformation. Size matters, shrunk to 5 inches tall. No, not a transformation. Paige from the past, her teenage self. Not a transformation, man. None of these just aren't transformations. Not technically, at least. They were just spells or potions, you know, or demons putting them somewhere. It's not the same. Find me a vampire. Yes, she did turn into a vampire. That was a transformation. She turned into a vampire, and then she tried to get her sisters to join. It didn't work. Happily ever after. Snow White. Okay, I was a little on the fence if the whole Red Riding Hood and Cinderella thing counts, so I'm gonna be a little on the fence about this one too. I mean, and I guess in a way she technically died too in that episode. Like I said, these sisters died a lot. At least Piper, Phoebe, and Paige. Prue died a couple times. One of them actually stuck. Okay, witches and tights a superhero. It's a transformation. Dance just wanna have fun, and then yes, she did technically turn into an and that's a transformation right there. Oh my god, it's part 1, a statue. It's not a transformation though. She was just turned into a statue. Okay, oh my god, it's part 2, a Greek goddess of war. That one she was just obsessed with. Well, war. Okay, yes, that's a transformation. Bahali of the Dolls of Valkyrie. I already mentioned this with Phoebe about wondering if it was a transformation. In a way, yes. Not as much as Piper, because Piper actually believed she was one and wanted to stay at first. Charmed with 3 R's. I don't like that episode. Her older version. That's not a transformation. Nope. Once in a blue moon, a wolf-like creature. I already mentioned that. And yes, it's a transformation. Charmed Noir. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, the character in the novel Double Cross. I don't know if that's a transformation or I think that kind of goes with the whole character in the film thing. That was before Paige came on the show though. You know, she went into the film. She wasn't. It's like it would be different. She thought she was a character in the novel, but she knew who she was. She was trying to get back out. I'm not gonna count that. Okay, so still trying to kicking bewitched under a magical disguise named Joe Bennett. I went through this with Piper and Phoebe is not. No. Kill Billy Volume 1, a ghostly appearance of Carol Flowers. She just I don't really that's not a transformation, she just temporarily turned into a ghost to scare off someone. Maybe. Okay. Hocus Pocus, a monster infected by a deadly virus. Which I already mentioned with Piper and Phoebe, it is a transformation. Rebel Manor shrunken to 5 inches tall. No transformation. People don't know what the word transformation means, do they? The torn identity implanted inside Henry's mind. That's not a transformation either. It was a spell. A spell gone wrong, of course, because that happens a lot. She went inside Henry's mind. I think she was wishing. I think she wanted to know what he was thinking or something. I don't remember. Like I said, I need to rewatch the entire show. Anyways, it's not a transformation. And that is the last one. I'm done with the transformations. I can delete that now. It still bugs me though that because a lot of these aren't even transformations, you know? Spells or potions or demons putting them in places. It's not a transformation. You know, they get turned into a demon or turned into, in Bruce's case, a man and a dog. She never turned into a demon. Unlike the others. Paige, I think, only turned into a demon once. You know, a vampire. No, Piper turned into a demon a lot. Phoebe has before. No, I think Piper turned into the most demons, to be honest. But anyways, see, switching bodies, switching souls, switching powers, getting strong. None of those are transformations, so I don't know why they had it as transformations. But I guess that's all for this video. One more thing. My next video will be Tuesday, because I am off Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday I'm going to do Charmed Deaths, because they all died a lot. I have like I said about this video, some of them I don't really remember, so I probably won't really elaborate that much unless I do remember a couple things. If I do remember the episode and like the episode, I will get into it, like how they died, how they came back, you know, exactly, get a little more into it. So Tuesday I will be doing Charmed Deaths, and they all died a lot. Well, Piper, Phoebe, and Paige all died a lot. Prue, I think, died 3 times. The last one stuck. She was dead, good dead, bad dead. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Please like, comment, subscribe, like and subscribe, comment your favorite transformations of any of these sisters. You know, if you agree with everything I said, if you agree that they're not transformations. Um, and please tell me if you think the ones from Happily Ever After are considered transformations, because that one is the only one I'm really confused if I should accept or not. So please let me know what you think, how you feel, and so on and so on. So I will see you on Tuesday with Charmed Deaths. And I have no clue what I'm going to do Friday. I was thinking about doing another countdown. I was thinking about doing the Buffy the Vampire Slayer villains, or maybe Charmed villains. I'm probably going to do Buffy first, and then Charmed. Or I'll do a few other videos and then do another charm one, because this is like my second charm video. And then I'm gonna make, I think it's my second charm video. Then on Tuesday I'll have 3 charm videos, so I think I might wait a little more for another charm video, unless I feel like it. I don't know yet. We'll see. So I guess that's all, because I'm kind of rambling and I can't stop and I'm out of breath. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day.